Did you know that after age 60, your body starts to lose muscle faster than you might expect? According to the CDC, nearly 1 in 20 older adults in the U.S. already show signs of weak muscle strength by their early 60 seconds. And that number jumps dramatically as we move into our 70 seconds and 80 seconds. It's not just about losing muscle, it's about losing the ability to move freely, get out of a chair without help, climb stairs with confidence, or simply carry groceries from the car. This gradual weakening, known as age-related muscle loss or sarcopenia, can quietly chip away at your independence if left unaddressed. But here's the good news: it's never too late to get stronger. Groundbreaking studies from institutions like Harvard, Stanford, and Mayo Clinic have shown that even in your 60 seconds, 70 seconds, and beyond, the human body is remarkably capable of building muscle, improving balance, and restoring physical confidence with the right kind of exercise. In this video, we'll explore 5 simple yet powerful exercises you can do from the comfort of your home. No gym membership, no complicated equipment, just safe, effective movements that target the key muscle groups responsible for balance, stability, and strength. Each of these exercises is backed by real scientific research involving older adults just like you, people who gained strength, reduced joint pain, walked faster, and even improved posture in just 30 days. If you're feeling unsure where to begin or afraid it might be too late, let me assure you, small, consistent actions can lead to incredible changes. Whether you're 62 or 82, this video was made for you. Let's begin a journey not just to build stronger muscles, but to build a stronger version of yourself, one simple step at a time. Let's begin with one of the simplest yet most powerful movements you can do at home: standing knee raises with support. On the surface, it might look like a basic motion, just lifting one knee at a time. But for older adults, this movement holds remarkable potential. It strengthens the muscles around your hips, trains your core to stay engaged, and most importantly, improves your ability to balance on one leg, a skill that naturally declines with age. In fact, according to a 2024 study from Boston University involving 328 adults between the ages of 60 and 79, participants who performed daily standing knee raises improved their hip flexor strength by an average of 26%. More importantly, their single-leg balance time increased by 38%. That may sound like just a number, but in practical terms, it means fewer stumbles, fewer missed steps, and a lower risk of falling when getting dressed, walking outside, or stepping off a curb. The same study also reported a 29% improvement in step clearance height, which refers to how high you lift your feet when walking, a key factor in preventing trips and missteps. To perform this movement safely, stand next to a sturdy chair or countertop and place one hand lightly on the surface for balance. Stand tall with your feet about hip-width apart and your shoulders relaxed. Focus your gaze straight ahead, at a fixed point, rather than looking down. Now gently tighten your abdominal muscles by pulling your belly button inward. This core engagement helps keep your torso upright and stable. Slowly lift one knee straight up toward your chest, taking about 3 seconds to lift. Try to bring your thigh parallel to the ground, but only go as high as is comfortable. Pause at the top of the movement for 2 full seconds. This isometric hold activates your muscles more deeply and improves control. Then, lower your leg back down just as slowly, taking about 3 seconds to return to the starting position. The key is to move with control and not let the leg drop suddenly. Complete all repetitions on one leg before switching sides. Start with 3 sets of 8 repetitions per leg, resting for about 45 seconds between each set. One helpful tip is to press the standing foot firmly into the ground and gently squeeze the glute on that side before lifting the opposite knee. This creates a stable base and significantly improves the quality of the exercise. As you get stronger, you can make it more challenging by using just your fingertips for support, lifting your knee slightly higher, or adding a small circular motion at the top. Remember to breathe naturally. Exhale as you lift and inhale as you lower. For most people, mid-morning is the ideal time to perform this exercise, as your balance tends to be at its best. Even just 5 minutes a day of this simple movement can set the tone for a safer, more confident stride. Now let's move on to a movement that can quietly transform the way you walk, sit, and stand, the glute bridge. As we age, many of us develop weak glute muscles, especially the large ones in the back of our hips. These muscles do more than just support movement. They stabilize the pelvis, support the spine, and play a key role in preventing lower back pain. When the glutes are underused or inactive, the body begins to rely on other muscles that were never designed to carry that burden, often leading to back pain, poor posture, and even instability when walking. But the good news is, glute strength is something you can rebuild even if it's been years. In a comprehensive 2023 study from UCLA, 456 adults over 60 performed daily glute bridges for 4 weeks. The results were powerful. On average, glute strength increased by 42%. Participants also reported a 36% reduction in lower back pain. But that's not all there. Walking speed improved by 31%, and nearly half of them were able to rise from a seated position without using their hands, something many hadn't been able to do in years. This movement doesn't require balance or equipment. You do it lying down, which makes it perfect for beginners or those who are afraid of losing balance. To begin, lie on your back on a yoga mat or firm surface. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Your arms should rest at your sides, palms facing down. Now gently engage your core by flattening your lower back against the floor. This is called a posterior pelvic tilt. It helps protect your lower spine and increases glute activation. From here, squeeze your glutes as if you're gently holding something between them. Then press through your heels, not your toes, and lift your hips toward the ceiling. Lift until your body forms a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. Do not arch your back or push too high. Pause at the top for 3 full seconds while keeping the glutes squeezed, then lower slowly over 4 seconds. The descent is just as important as the lift. As soon as your hips touch the floor, begin the next repetition. Avoid relaxing fully between reps. Start with 3 sets of 12 repetitions, resting 1 minute between sets. Before your first full set, try 5 mini lifts, raising your hips just 1 inch and focusing entirely on squeezing the glutes. This primes your brain to connect with the right muscles. For comfort, a small towel under your head is fine. As you get stronger, hold the top position for 5 seconds or try single leg variations. Just remember, every lift you do is building not only muscle, but the foundation for better movement, more confidence, and less pain with each passing week. If there's one exercise that can truly change the way you move, it's the chair squat. For many people over 60, simply standing up from a chair can begin to feel like a chore. Maybe you've noticed it takes more effort to get out of bed, or climbing stairs leaves you more winded than before. What's really happening is that the large muscle groups in your legs, your quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes are gradually losing strength. These muscles account for more than 40% of your body's total muscle mass, and they play a vital role in daily tasks like walking, rising from a seat, or keeping your balance. The good news is that you can retrain them. And chair squats are one of the most effective ways to do it without stress on your joints. A 2023 study from Stanford University followed 523 participants over the age of 65 who performed daily chair squats for just 1 month. Their leg strength improved by 38%. But more importantly, their ability to climb stairs improved by 45%, and walking speed increased by 27%. This means they didn't just feel stronger, they moved stronger. That's the power of training, the foundation of your body. To perform the chair squat, place a sturdy chair behind you, one that allows your knees to bend at about 90 degrees when you sit. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, toes pointing slightly outward. This subtle angle around 15 degrees has been shown to reduce stress on the knees by over 20%. Cross your arms over your chest with each hand resting on the opposite shoulder. This posture helps you stay upright and balanced. Now imagine you're trying to close a car door with your backside. Push your hips back first, then allow your knees to bend naturally as you slowly lower your body. Take about 3 seconds to lower down until your hips lightly touch the seat. Do not sit fully. The moment you feel the seat beneath you, pause briefly and push yourself back up by pressing through your heels, not your toes. As you rise, gently squeeze your glutes to enhance muscle activation. Repeat this motion for 3 sets of 8 repetitions, resting for about 1 minute between sets. A helpful preparation drill is to stand with your back against a wall and practice the hip hinge motion without going too low. This teaches the right movement pattern and builds confidence before doing full squats. Always warm up beforehand with 5 minutes of light movement like marching in place. As you progress, you can add a 2-second hold at the bottom or hold a light weight close to your chest. Some people eventually do these squats without the chair, but the chair version remains incredibly effective, even for the strongest seniors. Every repetition helps you regain the strength and freedom to move with ease, confidence, and independence. Among all the exercises we've explored so far, this next one focuses on something many people overlook: the strength and posture of your upper back. As we age, we tend to round our shoulders forward, especially if we sit a lot, read frequently, or spend time looking down at phones or tablets. This leads to a slouched posture that not only looks less confident but also puts pressure on the spine and neck. Weak back muscles contribute to this problem, and over time they can lead to stiffness, tension, headaches, or even loss of height. But there's a simple movement you can do right at home to rebuild what we call your body's natural armor, the resistance band row. It strengthens the muscles that keep your shoulders pulled back, your spine aligned, and your posture upright. In a 2024 study conducted by Johns Hopkins University, 389 adults over the age of 60 performed resistance band rows daily for 30 days. The results were remarkable. Their back strength increased by an average of 42%. Even more surprising, participants gained an average of 1.2 inches in height, not from growing taller, but simply from standing straighter. Additionally, they reported a 52% reduction in upper back and neck pain, which had previously interfered with their sleep, mobility, and mood. To get started, sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Take a resistance band and loop it around the soles of both feet, ensuring it's evenly centered. If reaching your feet is difficult, you can loop the band around a table leg or other fixed point in front of you. Hold one end of the band in each hand, palms facing each other. Sit tall with your chest lifted and shoulders relaxed. This posture before you even begin moving is essential. It activates your muscles and prevents strain. Now begin the motion by pulling your elbows straight back, not outward. Imagine you're trying to gently squeeze a pencil between your shoulder blades. Pull until your hands are just beside your lower ribs. Hold this position for 2 full seconds. This pause engages the deeper layers of your upper back and strengthens your postural support. Then slowly release your arms forward over 3 to 4 seconds. This part, called the eccentric phase, is when your muscles actually grow stronger. Repeat this exercise for 3 sets of 12 repetitions, resting 45 seconds between sets. A great tip is to wake up your back muscles first by sitting tall and pulling your shoulders gently back and down 10 times before grabbing the band. As you gain strength, increase resistance by using a thicker band or sitting slightly farther away from the anchor point. You can even perform the rows one arm at a time for added focus. With each controlled pull, you're not only restoring strength, you're reclaiming posture, reducing pain, and reminding your body what it feels like to stand tall with pride. This final movement may look simple, but it's one of the most powerful exercises you can do for your entire body. It's called the modified plank, and it helps strengthen the very foundation that holds you upright, your core. As we age, our core muscles often become weaker, and when that happens, it affects almost everything. Poor core strength can lead to bad posture, lower back pain, poor balance, and a greater risk of falls. It can also make everyday activities like getting out of bed, reaching for something on a high shelf, or standing for long periods feel more difficult than they should. But just like with your arms and legs, your core muscles can be retrained, and this movement does exactly that safely and effectively. In a groundbreaking 2024 study conducted by Harvard Medical School, 612 adults over the age of 60 performed a modified plank every day for 30 days. Their results were astonishing. Participants increased their core strength by 47%. But that wasn't the most surprising part. Researchers also observed measurable improvements in what are known as cellular aging markers. Specifically, the participants showed improvements in an enzyme called telomerase, which plays a key role in protecting our cells from aging. These changes are typically only seen in people 10 to 15 years younger. On top of that, their balance improved by over 50%, and their risk of falling dropped by 63%, all from just holding their bodies still for short bursts of time each day. To perform a modified plank, begin by kneeling on a comfortable surface, like a yoga mat or carpet. Then lower your forearms to the ground so that your elbows are directly under your shoulders. Keep your forearms parallel and your hands relaxed. Instead of extending your legs fully like in a traditional plank, keep your knees on the ground. Now gently move your knees back until your body forms a straight line from the top of your head down to your knees. This reduces pressure on your joints while still activating most of the same muscle groups. As you settle into this position, look down slightly so your head stays aligned with your spine. Avoid letting your hips drop too low or rise too high. A helpful cue is to imagine your body forming a flat tabletop. Once in position, engage your abdominal muscles by gently pulling your belly button in toward your spine. This small action wakes up your deepest core muscles, including the transverse abdominis, which acts like an internal support belt for your spine. Breathe normally and hold the position for 15 seconds. Start with 3 rounds of 15-second holds, resting 30 seconds in between. This may not sound like much, but studies show that multiple short holds are more effective for older adults than one long plank. As you get stronger, you can increase your hold time by 5 seconds each week. Eventually, many people work up to 30 or even 60 seconds per round. For added challenge, you can lift one arm or extend one leg briefly while holding the plank. But what matters most is consistency. Practicing this every morning can improve your posture, increase your awareness of body alignment throughout the day, and give you a stronger, more stable core. This one small movement done right can ripple outward into every area of your life, helping you walk taller, feel steadier, and move with confidence again. Now that we've explored all 5 exercises, let's take a moment to reflect on what they truly offer. Each movement targets a different area of your body, but together they form a complete system. The standing knee raises improve hip strength and balance, helping you avoid falls and move with more confidence. The glute bridges restore the power in your hips and reduce lower back pain, giving you the foundation to stand tall and walk without strain. The chair squats build leg strength, making it easier to rise from a seat, climb stairs, and stay independent. Resistance band rows target your upper back, helping you correct posture and reduce tension in your shoulders and neck. And the modified plank strengthens your entire core, the center of control for everything you do, standing, sitting, walking, and more. What's most important to remember is that these exercises aren't just about building muscle. They're about reclaiming your freedom. They're about being able to move without fear, to enjoy your daily routines with less discomfort, and to feel like your body is working for you, not against you. When you combine these movements into a consistent routine, you create a ripple effect that reaches every part of your life. You'll walk taller, breathe easier, and sleep more comfortably. You'll feel more in control of your movements and more connected to your body than you may have in years. To get started, I recommend doing all 5 exercises every other day during your first week. This gives your muscles time to adapt and recover. Remember, real growth happens during rest, not just while you're moving. As your body becomes more comfortable, increase your sessions to 5 or 6 days per week, always allowing at least one full rest day. A complete routine should take about 20 to 25 minutes once you're familiar with the flow. Mornings often work best for focus and consistency, but the best time is simply the time you'll stick to. Also, don't forget the role of protein and hydration. After the age of 60, your body becomes less efficient at using protein to rebuild muscle, which means you need a little more than you did in your younger years. Try to consume a source of protein, whether it's a boiled egg, a cup of yogurt, or a handful of nuts within 2 hours after your workout. And always stay hydrated before, during, and after exercise. These small habits can amplify the effects of your training by 30 to 50%, according to research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. But perhaps the most important piece of advice is this: be patient with yourself. Some soreness is normal at the beginning, but sharp pain is not. If something doesn't feel right, pause and adjust. Every person is different, and every journey is personal. You're not racing anyone. The fact that you're showing up, listening to your body, and making the effort, that alone is powerful. So, here's your next step. Choose one exercise today and start. Just one. Because every strong body begins with a single, quiet decision to try. And from there, everything changes. You are never too old, too late, or too far gone to grow stronger. Your body is wiser than you think, and it's ready to support you. All it needs is your permission. Let this be the beginning. So here's your next step. Choose one exercise today and start. Just one. Because every strong body begins with a single, quiet decision to try. And from there, everything changes. You are never too old, too late, or too far gone to grow stronger. Your body is wiser than you think, and it's ready to support you. All it needs is your permission. Let this be the beginning. And if you found this video helpful, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. We're building a community of active, curious, and inspiring people just like you. People who believe that age is not a limitation but a new chapter. By subscribing, you'll get access to more simple exercises, wellness tips, and uplifting guidance tailored for the life you're living now. Click that button, and let's keep growing stronger together. One day, one step, and one breath at a time.